But Yokie, who is on Powerhouse Defenders, was coaching Lakeland, and Don't Ban Rune has 2 members of SLU, Zorro and Coin, so this will be the grudge match.
We're back to Atlas's lab for our game here, and look, to that point about Powerhouse Defenders, they also made a real deep run in the Omega Strikers Pro League Invitational, and you know, have been looking to try to find some kind of repeated success here, and we'll hopefully be looking for that later this week. The Drakkar and the Rune are both banned. Or sorry, not the Rune, the Rasmus. I'm getting my R characters confused. Are both banned away, and we'll see how the rest of this one shakes out. I have to imagine that is a Yokie Zentaro, though, who was also playing this character before it was incredibly popular on the last patch.
And I am so scared for Don't Ban Rune. How is this going to work out? You're picking Aimi Rune into Estelle Zentaro on Atlas's lab. How are you going to live? I know Atlas says live, but he's going to be a liar after this game.
They took peak performance. It'll be okay, right? It got buffed. Right?
300 max stagger? We'll see how much that does as we load in.
I'm a believer. I wasn't a believer last time, but I'm a believer this time. Look, it might be enough of a difference, especially when you've got the Atlas on the back lines, right? Having that celestial intervention. Perhaps it'll be enough, and now Pillar, the Anomaly, is able to find the second goal barrier here. All of this pressure mounting for the side of Don't Ban Rune. The double banish comes out as well, but Bernie Sanders hits the piercing shot to open up the goal gates on the other side. And it is an eventful first rally here. Yokie looks for it in the corner. Can't find it there. Zorro, business as usual on the goal line here. And the creations continue to come out. Expanses, anomalies, all of the like. Yokie up to the top will make the connection with Bernie Sanders, who rose warps in, putting away the first point.
The absolute patience from the side of Powerhouse Defenders is so good. It is crucial to them getting these opportunities. You saw Bernie Sanders waiting there, ready to rose warp. You saw Coach Yokie dribbling. But on the other side, Reniquaid looking for a bit of an opportunity against EvilDrewDanger as well. We all saw the patience come out, but the issue is, if you just stand there in front of an Atlas, the primary is going to come out, pierce both you and the core, and, well, you're going to need some better chances than that.
Able to save away these goal barriers. Now the glitch pop used defensively there as well, but finally the core flip will find the top barrier. Falls on the other side. Now, Coin continues to keep the pressure here, utilizing basically everything in the Imi's kit in order to send it back. Oni's blade out here. Yokie looking for it, but no. The projectile from that empowered strike almost made the connection. The banish will stall things out for a moment, and now dashes up to the top side. Still cleared away by Atlas's primary, and piercing shot will once again come in clutch for Bernie Sanders. Overtime now. Yokie looking to keep it forward here in front. Bernie Sanders probably looking for the Rose Warp angle again. Now pass back. Beautifully done by Yokie. But now it's the Rune back forward. Instantly flips the table, and the Anomaly will send it back.
And that's why their team name is Don't Ban Rune Reniquaid. The Rune one trick. And I think the most games on Rune in that mid to high elo, definitely a constant presence in those lobbies, really just shows it. I almost thought it was a missed dribble, but he had full control at all times, got the Anomaly, and that was it for that goal. The Atlas a little bit too slow, as this comp of Aimi and Rune kind of saying we have a little bit of damage too, forcing EvilDrewDanger to heal up Bernie Sanders.
They have a little bit of damage. They have what feels like plenty of influence over the core. They might not be able to control the precise direction that it'll travel, but they can certainly say, you know what, now you're not allowed to do that whole passing play thing. Skull barrier found on the other side of the pitch. 1-1. Strike shot does not connect. Gravity well will get taken off of the pitch, and the expanse comes out here as well. Now we see Reniquaid's stagger bar rather low, taken out of the play for a moment. Core flip used from Yokie, still not enough to find the barrier, and it goes back the other way. But still looking for it. Bernie Sanders not there. It's actually the staggered Rune that finds the goal once again. How about this? As you were saying, hey, maybe we should listen, or maybe we should reverse psychology the team name.
Yeah, it's like reverse psychology. Maybe they wanted to ban Rune, but no, they want to pick the Rune. They want Reniquaid on that power pick, and there it was just pure fundamentals. Reniquaid forcing EvilDrewDanger into a strike war situation and just winning it outright. But right here, the defense from the Powerhouse defenders, quite good despite no Powerhouse pauldrons on their side. The momentum boots instead the pick of choice for EvilDrewDanger. But Reniquaid once again forcing those strike wars, forcing those cooldowns out of EvilDrewDanger, and really, it is just looking like Don't Ban Rune is stepping up. There's a reason they're 3-1 right now.
We'll say, though, speaking of the Powerhouse defenders goalie, I believe EvilDrewDanger just recently hit Pro League, as recently as, like, last night or something. So, certainly the skill is there. As the Oni's Blade comes out of Yokie, looking for the goal barrier, but can't find it. We are back in overtime. Core flip used. It goes back over to Reniquaid. We are in overtime. Piercing shot connects with the barrier. Cyber Swipe comes forward, as well as the crystallized thorns. Rose Warp tries to predict Zorro's clear, but is unsuccessful this time. And still trying to keep it forward here. Now the pass up, cross up, doesn't catch Zorro off guard with that energy burst. And it'll connect with the goal barrier. On the other side, beautiful pass once again. And the second these goal gates go down, it feels like all of Don't Ban Rune is there right behind Reniquaid.
Yeah, and EvilDrewDanger might have forgotten a little bit about Rune, was not familiar with Reniquaid's game, because Rune not necessarily the most popular pick, you know? And stacks on stacks to reward for Zorro will be zipping around, will be much more durable, we'll be able to protect those barriers much more. And the quick strikes is taken away, but the build different is denied from the Zentaro. Deadeye probably coming out here, maybe the Prize Fighter or the Chrono Boost, maybe the Stagger Swagger as well for Yokie. It's a hard choice, but yeah, there's the Stagger Swagger. And now a bit of a difficult decision here. We'll go with the Chrono Boost for the Blink range, but it's not looking too good for that IME pick at the very end.
Yeah, but it feels like most notably, there haven't been a lot of KOs or a lot of damage so far in this game. I mean, sure, the damage happens every once in a while, and sure, there's maybe one person here or there that gets staggered, forced away for a moment, but it feels like it hasn't been as high of a damage game as I was promised, and now with that Awakenings carousel as well, it still doesn't feel like there's going to be that much from it, because now actually everything is committed for that top gold barrier out of Don't Ban Rune. They don't have a lot to try to score this, but now forward, and Coin is there on the Cyber Swipe. Never mind, still had something in the back pocket and puts it away.
SLU being emoted on. No, SLU's emoting on Lakeland pretty much. Knowing that Yokie is that coach, using the Lakeland University emote. And I think the big difference here is Coin and Reniquaid are playing their own game. They're forcing the game to just be centered around them and EvilDrewDanger. Yokie and Bernie are like spectators, because the moment that Reniquaid and Coin have core control, Drew has to just pass a bunch of coin flips. And so far, Drew has been losing a little too much for Powerhouse defenders.
Now, they're on the offensive here, as finally goal barriers will open once more. Coin does have energy burst. We'll use it there. The gravity will rack up a little bit of extra stagger on Reniquaid, looking for the KO here, but no, gets revived nonetheless by the Atlas. And that's the other thing, is that even when the KOs can potentially come through, the Atlas's ultimates will be there. It's Yokie that gets completely staggered now with the Vanish combo. With that Stagger Swagger, will be right back to full. Here's the core flip. Doesn't find the empowered strike. And now it's Coin forward on the Cyber Swipe. Goal gates open, which is dangerous on the other side of the pitch. Pass tries to come through. Yokie can't put it away. Collects it once more. Crystal Thorns come out. Zorro still there on the defensive side. Plays patiently, but you can't play patiently against the piercing shot. Bernie Sanders finally gets one here for the Powerhouse defenders.
Zorro looked like the better Atlas there for a while, but in the end got caught on the top side of the snipe. Wanted to try and navigate to the bottom, but was just not fast enough to walk through before getting sniped to the back of the net. And Bernie and Yokie have some devastating passing plays, but right now they're focused on getting the barriers, and they get both barriers in an instant. they are activated, and Coin just does not have enough time to set up those blink plays. Not enough space that Reniquaid is buying.
They'll lose control of the midfield line, though, as pressure swings the other direction. Coin collects the core, bursts the gravity well, and is trying to keep this away from Bernie Sanders. Projectile comes out, but the expanse from EvilDrewDanger keeps this alive, and now it doesn't quite hit the angle Zorro wanted off of the corner. Yokie picks it up, and we're back to set point for the Powerhouse defenders now.
That angle just hurts. If you're a goalie player, you know the pain. You want to go for that clean hit and down into the bottom, and it's not even the best play, but you still wanted it. And then you're so disappointed when it just bounces off. It's a free goal for them, and the momentum for Powerhouse defenders is Zorro. That strike not where he wants it to be. Yokie passes it between Zorro and Coin. 3 points, field goal. 3-1 Powerhouse defenders.
I mean, I don't even know what happened there. I imagine like Yokie probably like figured out some Gigabrain something or other and just knows what he needs to do now. It actually what he needs to do is probably play keep away from both midfielders, try to have more influence on the core. And indeed here, it is going to be Bernie Sanders rewarded with the signature Primetime on this carousel. Which will be so incredibly useful as we've seen these piercing shots secure goals and goal barriers time and time again.
Bit of a strange draft for Coach Yokie. The aerials is good. You want the blink range, but Coin gets the extra special on the IME. Was it really worth denying aerials when extra special was on the table?
Folks, I have to give an update here. Sad Boys just lost to Bounty Hunters 3-0 in round 5 of Swiss. That means the Bounty Hunters will pick up the first seed, I think, out of the Swiss stage. And that is their first loss in quite some time, at least in a primetime tournament. And hey, Central Service are the difference here, I suppose. But we'll see if they can readjust, and we'll be watching them once we get into the top cut here. But now, goal gates open as the passing play looks between Bernie Sanders and Yokie, dashes in once more, but now is banished. There's the core flip from EvilDrewDanger up to Bernie Sanders. Can't put it away with the piercing shot. Oni's blade used, but also doesn't connect with the core there. Reniquaid's in position once more. Looks for it around the gravity well. Denied by Yokie. Then that core flip as well. Coin passes through and is able to put it away. What quick thinking from Yokie there. Dip it and dive it around nearly everything and still finds the pass up to Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, what a shot by Bernie Sanders, too. Just makes it through the traffic. Sends it through the defenses of Don't Ban Rune. And now it's a bit of a question mark, right? Because Don't Ban Rune's offense looks unstoppable if they hit everything. But if Coin cannot land the blink, if Powerhouse defenders can just defend, it is a much more fragile offense than it would appear to be.
As now pressure is all mounting there, but with the firewall sentry down and taken care of, the split field will be no more. Core flips both used out of Bernie Sanders and EvilDrewDanger there to clear the core away from that final goal barrier. And now we'll be looking for it once again. Yokie with the core. Tries to send it down. Will find the goal barrier as well. Crystallized Thorns defensively, and there's the piercing shot to find the KO against Zorro once again. The KO comes through there as the Oni Blades is out, and it'll be another piercing shot to put it away. I mean, that was routine for the Powerhouse defenders.
And that's the power of Bernie Sanders when you hit both Deadeye and Primetime. So much knockback on the primary, 2 charges of it as well. If you're even spaced back a tiny bit in the goal, you will be taken out, and that's exactly what happened to Zorro. Now the Powerhouse defenders 2-0 lead, looking to make this a 3-0 clean set here as they get the bottom barrier with the pass.
And now will crack under the pressure from the anomalies once again. Goal gates, goal barriers, I should say, traded back and forth. Banish comes out as well as the Oni's blade. Yokie will pick up that final goal barrier, and all that's left is another passing player, another piercing shot. Back up to the corner, looking for it back down now. Yokie has the energy burst once again. Now, EvilDrewDanger will actually use it. Sends it the long way down the pitch. And still, actually, Low stagger bars for both Coin and Reniquaid. That will be the core flip at the top of the key for Bernie Sanders. Puts it away to the bottom corner. And Powerhouse defenders, 2-1, but a convincing 3-0.
Yokie not looking to be taken out by St. Louis today. And you were wondering where the potential KOs and damage were? Well, the Awakenings are hidden over here. 1-2 punch, perfect form, super surge, rapid fire on the table. Rapid fire, primetime, deadeye combo for Bernie Sanders. And perfect form falls through for Coach Yokie. Man, life is not going to be pleasant for Don't Ban Rune after this one.
So many abilities up here between Primetime, Rapid Fire. Now you consider the perfect form. Yokie has the additional dash range there. And not much to answer for it here out of Don't Ban Rune. Fire Up doesn't help him that much. Maybe Orb Dancer will help a little, but we'll see if it's enough here to keep them alive in this tournament. Again, loser here likely is out of the top cut bracket. They're looking for it again. Coin low on stagger, down to effectively 1. Bernie Sanders looks for the snipe. Now Yokie dashes in, backed away for the orb, and now will find the whole combo to take Coin off of the pitch. Expanse used on the power play to try to stall things out for a moment, and a nice banish here actually comes through. But now the healing from EvilDrewDanger back on the other side of the pitch. Looking for it again, core flip, back away, but no, Coin is there and splits the map with the Firewall Sentry. Still will get cleared out nonetheless. Fantastic play. Yokie in the Oni's Blade gets core flipped by Zorro and it gets sent away there. Now the Anomaly, core flip once again, used back away. Both these goalies holding on to these final barriers. It'll fall at any moment, and there it is. The slice and dice will be there for Yokie. Banish comes out, looking for the KO, doesn't have it there. The Divine Intervention would have saved regardless. Expanse comes out. Coin low on stagger once more. There's the Oni's Blade, and it finds the angle for Yokie. That's been a streak of at least 5 goals at this point, if not more, for the Powerhouse defenders. They are on cruise control now.
Yeah, a little bit of panic for Zorro, and you have to feel for it because where a single strike would have done, the Celestial Expanse made it a little bit difficult, and Yokie getting the double barrier, Coin flipping perfectly to get it out of there, but Yokie's in front of the net. Reniquaid's going to have to use this flip to somehow do damage control, but the flip is deflected by the Imi turret from Coin, and now Reniquaid looking for the pass to himself, but no, it will be denied. The banish comes out, but still, it is the pressure coming out for the Powerhouse defenders. They're passing up to the top side. Bernie Sanders passing down. Finally interrupted by a Rune Pillar and the strike of Coin, but the damage is adding up. The Primetime, Deadeye, Rapid Fire, Estelle primaries are doing a number on the health bars that heals them up, but still, their journey towards the barrier is very long.
Expanse used for EvilDrewDanger, who starts to move forward as Bernie Sanders and Yokie both have control of the core. Now we'll lose it there, doesn't have the Empowered Strike connection. And here it comes again. Core flip used out of Bernie Sanders, saving it away from the Anomaly. The cross up here can't come through. Double banish, though. EvilDranger's the last one up. Core flips to stall for a moment. Strike War back to the top corner. And now all of a sudden, it's right back to the hands of Bernie Sanders and Yokie, who are looking to put it away. Rose War back. No, can't do it. Looking for the Anomaly once more. Can't find it there. And there's the Expanse, clears it away. Yokie collects it, top side, looking for it again. Slice and dice, no dice this time. Now it's back over to Bernie Sanders. Nolly out, back and forth here, and finally the core will find the top corner. 1-1 in the set.
Pure fundamentals coming out from the side of Don't Ban Rune. Zorro knowing exactly what they're going to do, clearing cleanly. Not letting Powerhouse defenders get an easy goal and lasting until the very end. Now it's even up here, and this is Don't Ban Rune's chance. They just need to hold on for a little bit, and Reniquaid and Coin can come online when the center is down. But that black hole is such an obstruction, it makes the map so cramped, whereas Zentaro and Estelle are much more favored.
Coin uses the flip, gets a barrier for the trouble. And EvilDranger's Expanse is down, but it's still control in the hands of Yokie and Bernie Sanders. Cyberswipe tries to come out, and now, oh my goodness, gets punished with the piercing shot. which is rather easy to do at this point with Rapid Fire, Primetime, Deadeye all picked up from Bernie Sanders. Dash forward. There's the core flip. The Expanse is there, so Yokie can't actually strike it back. And now we'll pick up a KO there. Reniquaid pulling in double time here on the Rune. Back and forth on both sides of the pitch. Yokie looking to take it himself and will. Powerhouse defenders are just one goal away from making it into the top cut.
Powerhouse defenders keeping it locked down. Don't ban Rune. You have to get rid of the black hole in the center. It is obstructing your entire game plan. And this is your last round. This is your last chance to do it.
Goes away there instantly. We'll see if that's the pattern, as one goal barrier will fall on both sides. Yokie is there, actually sends it down to find the second. The Atlas healing comes in for a bit here, but it's not quite enough. Now the Cyber Swipe looking for the KO to Bernie Sanders. Can't find it there with not much knockback. The Banish doesn't come through either. And the Oni's Blade will take it out of the corner here. Well, it'll immediately return. Reniquaid, low on stagger, is cracked here. Gravity Well gets taken off the pitch. Perhaps Yokie looking for the KO, but there it is! The piercing shot from Bernie Sanders right into the crystallized thorn. Zorro was not ready for it, and it will be the Powerhouse defenders advancing on to top cut.
A valiant attempt by Don't Ban Rune. We saw the signs, we saw the strategy, we saw the Rune and the Aimi create those impressive scoring plays, but as the character scaled up, the inevitable Estelle and Zentaro, the damage to Primetime, the Deadeye, it was just a little too much.
Okay, Zentaro maybe is inevitable, but I don't think it's inevitable for Estelle to get Primetime and Rapid Fire and Deadeye, for that matter. Back to back to back, as you see now, the stats on your screen, damage numbers so heavily favoring Powerhouse defenders. It didn't play a significant role in that first set, Saya, but as you mentioned, as we started to see more of that scaling come in, it clearly played a role and clearly made this cast of Don't Ban Rune squirm a little and shake in their boots.
Yeah, but I gotta say, some kind of best in slot build is inevitable this patch. There are just so many options for so many characters with the new rotation that it seems like every time a draft rolls around, it's impossible to deny everything. So yeah, even if a team loses, that second pick is still getting something pretty optimal. Like that is just the reality of this patch. True. And some enjoy it, some don't, but it definitely leads to a lot of damage.
And a lot of damage was true there for the Powerhouse defenders, who will be advancing on to top cut. And we'll take a look now at our standings real briefly, as the rest of our round 5 matches are finishing up. It is both the Bounty Hunters and Oshino Core Flip that will take the 5-0s out of the Swiss stage. Sad Boys losing their match versus the Bounty Hunters, their first loss since one of the first Primetime Tuesdays. Saya, I know you're casting here some of the quarterfinals coming up. Who do you have your eyes on aside from this first interaction for the Sad Boys?
Well, the sleepy strikers, Soren, Fwopdwop, Camilla, and perhaps a little bit of Ethan there. E.T. Han, as some might call him. That's a team that I would not expect in the top 8, yet they are here, 4-1. And also, Oshino Core Flip, always a fan. They have 5-0. They have made it as the second seed out of the Swiss bracket. And what can I say? I was right, Slop.
Oh dear. All right. Well, we'll let you all settle your disputes on seating in the break in the back rooms. Don't go anywhere, folks, because Top Cut of Vodible's Primetime Tuesdays number 7 will be coming up right after this break. So many of these teams are on collision courses for one another, and you won't want to miss what comes next.